2-2. Ellis needs to dial one in. Tension building here at Yakima County Stadium. Pippins over Sweets.
It's another hot day here at the Orchard, but not quite as hot as yesterday. Temperatures expected in the mid-90s at first pitch. I'm Harmon Johnson. Welcome into Pippins Pregame presented by the Washington's Lottery. Yakima Valley lost their first game in franchise history to the Marion Berries last night, 6-2. The offense did put up 8 hits, and they scored 2 runs in the first half of the game. Let's take a look at the recap from last night's action.
Payoff pitch. Little dribbler off the leg of Ingalls. He's going to scramble. The turn over to first. It gets away from the first baseman Dodge. Run scores and the ball goes out of play. Angulo will be at second. Scoring Gage Reeser to make the score 1-0. 1-0 on the ground to Hogan at third. Now Reeser backhand. Strong throw across. Stretched by Angulo. He tags the runner. Oh my goodness. Julian Angulo. Give Gage Reeser credit for a strong throw and give Julian Angulo credit for an amazing tag up after a slow pick. Trying to make up for it here on offense here in a tie ball game. First pitch, right to Reeser. Over to second. On to Angulo, the twin killing. Helps out Ty Pangborn. Ingalls has mixed in a little bit of a fastball changeup variety. That was the fastball that Anderson takes to left field. Dillon, big turnaround first, but he will hold up and settle for his second single of the night. 0-1, out to right. Anderson will tag. Let's see if it's deep enough. Cepeda comes up with it. Anderson's coming home. The throw, it is late. Julian Angulo ties us up on a sacrifice fly to score Dylan Anderson. 2-2 here in the fifth. One, down and away. The throw goes to second. Good throw by Buckley to nab a napping Hadley. Brecken Hadley falls asleep on the base pads. 1 down here in the inning.
That was a look at last night's action. As Pippins pregame continues, up next we'll talk with Pippins head coach Garrett DeGallier about some more of the roster moves that have been made to this squad as the season nears the halfway point for Yakima Valley. 2 games left to go in the first half of play.
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome back to Pippins pregame presented by the Washington's Lottery. I'm here with Pippins head coach Garrett DeGallier, and we talked about some of the roster moves that were made while the team was away in Bend. And you have been in baseball long enough to know that the injury bug also is going to catch up to you.
It's inevitable at some point. As a coach, it's always one of those things that you just keeps you up at night and hope never happens. However, when it happens, you have to work through it every single day. And unfortunately, we've been bit by it a little bit. With on both sides of the ball, our pitchers and our position guys. And, unfortunately, it is part of the game. Baseball players do get hurt playing the game the right way. And, it's our job as coaches to make sure that they are getting the treatment they need, and credit to our training staff who is here supporting them every step of the way. And, it's an unfortunate development. However, we have to work through it and we have to power through it. So, it is what it is.
This squad about ready to take on the Marion Berries for the second time. What are you looking for in this contest?
Just hit, minimize runs as we can do it, collect outs. not asking our guys to make the Sports Center top 10 play, but just to play a good, clean, routine baseball game defensively, and then be ready to be opportunistic with the bats as the opportunities become available. So,
Well, Coach, good luck today. Thanks for your time.
thanks, Harmon.
We have more Pippins pregame coming up after this. Banner Bank starting lineups included. This is Pippins pregame.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Another day here at the Orchard as the Yakima Valley Pippins get ready to take on the Marion Berries for the second time in their franchise's history. Ethan Salscheider back out on the bump. Yakima Valley, a new look after some commitments have shut some guys down, now getting ready to pick up their first win in the month of July. There you see Ethan Salscheider digging in as he's getting ready to face his first batter, Danny Weidman, who led off the game yesterday as well. A nicer day today, definitely just a little bit cooler out than it was yesterday. First pitch temperature sitting at around 84 degrees. As the southpaw Salscheider into his windup, and the first pitch is fouled off at 6:32 p.m., just a few minutes earlier than was scheduled. Glad you're with us as the Yakima Valley Pippins are hosting the Marion Berries. It's Weidman, Cody Kashimoto, and Cade Goldstein, the same three that led off the game last night, digging in against Salscheider, who is ahead in the count 0-2. Salscheider making his second start of the season. Defense behind him, Spicer, Jansen, Stevenson in the outfield, Hogan, Reeser, Bittner, and Angulo in the infield. Jake Porter is his catcher. 0-2 on the right side. Reeser dives, keeps it on the infield. The throw gets away from Angulo off the bag. Give it a leadoff single for Danny Weidman. Now has 4 hits in the series. There you see Ethan Salscheider from Tacoma, Washington. Bounced around to a couple different schools, as most recently with the University of Hawaii Hilo. A 1-1 record after that first start against the Corvallis Knights back on Thursday. Immediately into the stretch, and the pitch is fouled off by Cody Kashimoto, the second baseman today. Kashimoto, switch hitter, finally getting a chance to bat from the right side after facing all righties yesterday. Except for the one at-bat against Koshi Arai. He stood in that left-hand batter's box, trying to play the matchup game. One of 2 switch hitters in the lineup today for the Berries. The top 3 will be followed by Paul Vasquez. And then it will be Aukai Arujawayo, Nick Holm, Ben Allen, Anthony Cepeda, and Jake Allen, rounding out the lineup for Marion. The Berries took the first game they played in the Orchard in their franchise's history, 6-2 last night, as Salscheider paying close attention to Weidman over at first. Weidman did not have a stolen base last night. He's been chased back 3 times, though. The Berries in their second game in the second half of the season. Yakima Valley, 1 today and 1 tomorrow, will end their first half. 0-2, gets away from Porter. Breaking ball that Salscheider let go a little too early on. Wild pitch advances Weidman down to second. Salsa still ahead in the count, 1-2. See if he can finish off his first potential out. Misses outside. Makes it 2-2.
Pippins yesterday were in a close contest until the Berries scored 4 unanswered in the 6th through full. Trying to avoid walking his first batter. Payoff pitch. Drilled out towards Spicer in left. He's going to slide and make the grab, though. Nifty first out of the ball game for Yakima Valley's defense.
Now batting, number 13, Kate Goldstein.
Good to see Finley out there in left, as bounced around between left field on defense and the designated hitter's spot. Still kind of trying to rehab some sore hands, a wrist. Goldstein batting from the left side, one of 2 true lefties here against Salscheider. It was a very left-hand dominant batting order yesterday against the right-handed throwing Tai Pangborn. A very beautiful day here in Yakima. 1-1 breaking ball drilled out towards right, Stevenson. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Paul Vasquez.
Number 36, Paul Vasquez.
Vasquez digging in from Oregon State University. In last night's contest, went 2 for 5 with a run driven in the 9th inning. First pitch just a bit in. Salscheider, a little bit of a similar left-handed matchup like Koshi Arai, except he's got a little more height and just a little bit more velocity on the fastball. Misses away there with the changeup. Salscheider's spent time with the Pippins in each of the last 4 seasons, including 1 game 3 years ago and 2 full seasons the last 2 years, as a breaking ball misses outside for ball 3. Pippins 3-0 in there for strike 1. Vasquez, the designated hitter today. He will take ball 4, and it will be runners at the corners with 2 outs here. So now up steps Alkai Arujo-Wayo. Did not play in yesterday's contest. Completed his senior year of high school, a native of Milani, Hawaii. Committed to stay on the islands and play at the University of Hawaii. First pitch, slow roller to third. It is foul. Umpiring crew tonight, Lucas Naley goes from the field to behind the dish. And Brandon Lane, who was calling the balls and strikes last night, is patrolling the infield. Pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Porter tried to bring that one back. Yesterday, 1-1, golfed out towards right field. Spicer's going to settle under it in the cut of the shadow and put it away for out number 3. The Berries leave 2 on. They do not score after a leadoff single by Danny Weidman. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Marion 0, Pippins coming up.
Join us for the first 4 Thursdays. May 31st, we're giving out cash and a new Ford truck. Just use your legs. No, Chariots of Cash is a better name, but that truck, definitely a better ride.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Bottom of the first inning for Yakima Valley. The starting lineup presented by Banner Bank. It'll be Gage Reeser leading it off. Dylan Anderson, the designated hitter. Finley Spicer's the left fielder. He's batting third. Angulo is batting fourth. Kyler Bittner is fifth. Ethan Hogan sixth. Neil Jansen, the center fielder, is batting seventh. Jake Porter is batting eighth. And Jared Stevenson batting ninth. They will face Taylor Brenneman, the starter for the Marion Berries. You see his numbers there. 2-0 record over 16 2/3 innings pitched. He's played in 4 games, has walked 5 and struck out 4. Facing Reeser, Anderson, and Spicer. First pitch over on the left side. Sliding is Goldstein. Running hard is Reeser, but he is out by a half step. Big shift put on for Gage, and it pays off for the Berries. Dylan Anderson due up next. Dylan, the designated hitter today. He spent a lot of time in right field, getting a chance to just swing the bat today as he takes strike one on the outer part of the plate. Dylan batting .275 this season, leads the team with 25 hits. He fouls it back into the netting to quickly go behind in the count, 0-2. Dylan picked up 2 hits last night. His 10th multi-hit contest. Takes a pitch inside. Anderson committed to play at Grand Canyon in the fall. Oh, 1-2, cut on and missed. Anderson is down on strikes and quickly 2 away. That'll bring up Finley Spicer. Finley batting .271 on the season. 16th game for Spicer. He's going to excuse me swing into right field. It's going to get down for a hit. Finley with a little half swing, able to pick up his 14th hit of the season. I'm sure Finley will take that any way he can get it. Brings up Julian Angulo. Only batting .238 on the 10 games he has played in. Has picked up 10 hits, though. Swinging first pitch, he drives it out to right field. Chasing it back, Cepeda, he's looking up, it's off the top of the wall. Finley Spicer's going to round third. The throw is cut off by the second baseman, Kashimoto. And Julian Angulo gets the Pippins on the board with an RBI double. Spicer running hard with 2 outs. Look at this pitch. It just hits off the top of the wall. You're going to see it right there. Missed a home run down that right field line by about 2 feet. 328 feet 6 inches according to TrackMan. I'm sure Angulo will take the double though and the RBI. The Pippins lead it 1-0. As Bittner swings first pitch and sends it high out to center field. Weidman settling under it. He makes the grab. Quick inning for Brenneman, but he gives up the lead. 1-0 Yakima Valley as we head to the top of the second.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about Westside Pizza?
I love Westside Pizza.
I love Westside. I love Westside.
Yeah, Westside Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens App is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Salscheider's first pitch of the second inning misses for ball one. We're going to take a look when we get a second at Julian Angulo's double off the top of the wall. That one's downstairs. Quite literally missed a home run by probably a foot. You're going to see it. Look at the right edge of your screen. The ball hits right off of the green. Yep. Cepeda bobbled it a little bit, as this one's golfed out to Spicer in left. Doesn't have it initially, but he reels it in for out number one. Angulo does get the RBI double, though, and so the Pippins lead it 1-0. Now with a lead. Pippins score in the first inning again. On the ground, foul. This is Ben Allen, the switch-hitting catcher for the Berries. This pitch is foul down the right field line. He and his brother Jake in the lineup today. Behind in the count, 0-2. Salscheider misses outside. Jake Allen scheduled to hit in two batters as this one sliced out towards right. Stevenson chases it all the way to the wall. He's going to pick it up on the track, gets the throw in quickly, and slamming on the brakes is Ben Allen. That'll be a one-out double for the Berries catcher. Allen wanted to go for third, but Stevenson was able to get the ball back in quick enough to prevent that. Would have been a very close play, as now Eddie Kribbe going to stroll out of the dugout to have a chat with Ethan Salscheider. Early visit for the Pippins pitching staff and the infield. Enough to be as competitive as he'd like. So part of this conversation is probably just, hey, find the zone, fire some strikes in. Let's see what our defense can do behind you. Salscheider, no rookie to Yakima County Stadium. Here in his 26th game overall as a Pippin. First pitch to Anthony Cepeda is downstairs for ball one. Cepeda batting .205 on the season. Had to navigate the wall with Julian Angulo's hard hit double. 1-0, sawed off towards the opposite field. Spicer's going to get to it late. Rounding third and scoring is Ben Allen. The throw goes past Bittner at second, all the way to third. will be Anthony Cepeda after an RBI single to tie the game. Pippins throwing the ball around a little bit there in the second. Give Cepeda credit for the RBI single, but then an error getting him over to third. First pitch fouling off is Jake Allen. Jake batting below the Mendoza line, 196 through 20 games now with the Berries. 0-1 down and away to even the count. Allen, also a native of Kaiser, Oregon. Bats here in a tie ball game with a runner at third. Saltscheider misses just out. They give the error to Finley Spicer in left on the high throw. Two on pitch. That one's in there for strike two. Saltscheider still looking for that first strikeout tonight. Has the pitch he wants. 2-2, just a bit downstairs. Elected to go with the breaking ball. So the count runs full here with only one out. Top of the order looming on deck for the Berries. Payoff pitch from Saltscheider. Out to center. Jansen heading back. A few steps in front of the track makes the grab. Deep enough to score the run. And the Berries have taken a 2-1 lead here in the second inning. Marion able to cash in the throwing error by Spicer. Now the bases are clear for the leadoff man, Danny Weidman. First pitch, unable to hold his bat around. Strike number one. Allen doubled, Cepeda singled, and advanced to third on the air. And then Jake Allen with that RBI sac fly. Has us 2-1 here in the second inning. Check down to first. Brandon Lane says that Danny Weidman went around, and now it's 1-2. Again, Saltscheider has a batter set up. 1-2, staying alive. Weidman able to just get a piece of it. Pippins in the second inning will have 6, 7, and 8 scheduled to hit. 1-2 downstairs. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Saltscheider working quickly. The 2-2 fouled at the plate. Salsa's had to work a little bit here in the first two frames. 23 strikes to 18 balls. Long pause out on the bump. Now the 42nd pitch for Salsa. Called strike three. Dotted a breaker on the outer part of the plate. And we go to the bottom of the second. The Berries lead it 2-1 after scoring 2 runs on 2 hits.
Three weeks of savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick one up in store today. Bonus zone savings include Pepsi brand 12-packs, buy 2 get 2 free. Bi-Mart quad chairs are just $9.99. Plus save $50 on a Quick Shade Weekender 10x10 canopy. Storeware's 23-gallon totes are just $7.99. And all Frito-Lay party-sized chips are $3.99. Save store-wide through July 7th. Buy Mart since 1955.
Ethan Hogan due up first for the Yakima Valley Pippins in the bottom of the second. As he takes the first pitch strike at the top of the zone. Hogan, Jansen, Porter. Jared Stevenson would like to hit here in the second inning as well. Brenneman's 0-1 is fouled into the Berries dugout. Brenneman able to get the first two outs quickly against Reeser and Anderson before Spicer and Angulo picked up back-to-back hits and plated the Pippins' first run. Hogan right out to short. Goldstein on a hop. Retires Ethan Hogan. Pretty casual by Goldstein, able to be calm, cool, and collected as that ball came off the bat at 90 miles an hour right at him. Some swagger for the Berries shortstop as Neil Jansen digging in. Jansen batting .258 this season with Yakima Valley. Takes the first pitch on the inner part of the plate for ball one. This is Neil's 20th game with the Pippins. Takes high. Pippins playing their 26th regular season game. Does not count the 4 games that were non-league. As there's a pitch just a bit down. Makes it 3-0. So if you count those 4 games, this would be game number 31 for Yakima Valley. 3-0. Jansen made him throw a strike. Must be a mariachi band or a band somewhere down near the concourse because I hear trumpets. Jansen over to third. High hop over to Ujarayo. He throws over to first in time for out number 2. Brings up Jake Porter, batting .125 in 8 games with Yakima Valley. Seen time as the catcher, the designated hitter, and a left fielder at times. Porter being asked to do it all from Santa Clara. Takes the first pitch out of the zone. Well, for Taylor Brenneman out there on the bump for the Berries, started the season off very well, was scoreless through his first 11 innings pitched. And then everything kind of went haywire against the Ridgefield Raptors on June 18th when he gave up 4 runs over 4 2/3 on 8 hits. 2-0, cut on and missed. His last time out against the Bend Elks, he was only able to go an inning, giving up 5 runs on 4 hits, walking 3. Trying to return to his first couple weeks of the season form. So he's back in the count, 2-2. Brenneman from Chemeketa Community College, the native of Salem, Oregon, hometown kid for the Berries. The 2-2. Porter swings and misses for strike 3. Brenneman able to come back from 2 down. And we go to the top of the third. Berries with a 1-run lead.
Yeah, tequila makes her clothes. One of the hottest names in country, Joe Nichols. Live in concert, July 27th, 8 p.m., Legends Event Center.
Yeah, like I was nodding right along to a song on the radio. Yeah.
On sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop.
Somewhere sunny.
Joe Nichols, live.
The highly anticipated Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel is now open and taking reservations, offering massage therapy, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, facials, saunas, and more. Plus, the only spa facility to offer wet and dry wellness pods in the entire Northwest. Call the Sage Spa at Legends now to make your
Top of the third inning here at the Orchard. Glad you're with us. Just past 7 o'clock on your Wednesday night. Some midweek baseball between the Yakima Valley Pippins and the Marion Berries. It's a better day today than it was yesterday. 81 degrees after starting the game at 84. Wind has picked up a little bit, but that's keeping everybody cool. Precipitation expected to be very light if there's any. I don't think there's any in the forecast later tonight. Humidity higher than yesterday. But overall, a pretty comfortable night for baseball in the Pacific Northwest. First pitch to Cody Kashimoto. Misses downstairs for ball 1. Kashimoto flew out to Finley Spicer back in the first inning of play. Grounds it over to Hogan at third. Hop comes into his gut, but he throws over to Angulo accurately for out number 1. Ethan committed 2 early errors in that Bend series, but has since been very good defensively. Kind of trying to work out the kinks over there at third. I'd say he's got it figured out a little bit more. Much better defense than this weekend. First pitch bunting is Goldstein, but he will poke it foul. Goldstein trying to catch the Pippins defense off guard. You see the shadow there just off of Ethan Salscheider as he takes a pitch outside for ball 1. That banner sunshade is drifting slowly over the right side of the infield now. 1-1 out to left. Spicer chasing it into foul territory, but it will get out of play and hop into the parking lot. Ball flying pretty well here on a Wednesday night. I mentioned the wind. What wind that is blowing just a bit out towards right. That's why you saw Angulo's poke out there nearly clear the wall. On a more dead day like yesterday, might have had a chance to be caught by Cepeda. 1-2 popped up over to Hogan. He's backing up at his normal spot, but he will put it away for out number 2. Paul Vasquez will hit with 2 outs here in the third inning. Vasquez came into today batting .226. Walked back in the first inning, but was left stranded by Ethan Salscheider. First pitch downstairs. Salsa starting him out with a breaking ball. The 1-0 is sent foul. 1-1. Salscheider trying to get above the mark that he set back in his first appearance. 2 2/3 back on Thursday. The 1-1 bounces away from Porter. Salscheider does have 2 complete games in a Pippins uniform. Two 1. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Brandon Lane. Vasquez unable to hold up the swing. That means the count is 2-2. Salsa looking for his second strikeout. The 2-2. Fouled off at the plate. The Southpaw trying to be crafty here against the Marion Berries, who lead it 2-1 in the top of the third. Another one out of play, foul. A little bit longer at bat here to Paul Vasquez. The next pitch will be the 7th. Salscheider at 54 pitches. Pitch number 55. On the ground, past Hogan, foul. Actually, Hogan got it, but it was foul. That was about as close as you can get to being foul without going back into fair territory. So the count remains 2-2. Another one out of play. A battle between the cleanup hitter for Marion and the tenured veteran for Yakima Valley. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Towering shot out to center. Chasing it over is Jansen. He will call it off and make the grab for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the third. The Berries lead at 2-1. Pippins coming up on offense.
Legends Casino Hotel's Summer of Games rolls on with our Chariots of Cash drawings. Join us for the first 4 Thursdays in July. We are handing out over $16,000 each night. But hold on to your horses, because on July 31st, we're giving out cash and a new Ford truck. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. With a new 2025 Ford Maverick up for grabs, maybe we should have called it Maverick of Cash. No, Chariots of Cash is a better name, but that truck, definitely a better ride.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Jared Stevenson up first here in the bottom of the third inning. 9-1-2 for Yakima Valley as he takes the first pitch ball. Stevenson batting only 120 on the season. Has picked up 3 hits but has scored 3 runs thanks to a pair of walks. Slow dribbler over to third. Ujarayo doesn't have it. Stevenson will be aboard as the ball just plants itself on the infield. That is ruled the third hit for Yakima Valley. Jared Stevenson with good speed. Top of the order now for Yakima Valley with a man aboard. Pippins looking to get back in this one. Gave up the lead in the top of the second. One-run ball game as Reitzer squares to bunt, but he pushes it foul. Gage to start the Pippins offense, grounded out to the shortstop Goldstein. Check over to first. Stevenson back in plenty of time. Last night, Reitzer was 1 for 4 with a run scored. He's ahead in the count here. I should say he's even in the count here, 1-1. Looking at Gage's last couple of games, had a 3-game hitting streak snapped down in Bend, but he did pick up a hit in last night's game, trying to restart a streak. Swings and misses there. Behind in the count now, 1-2. Gage was a part of that stellar defensive play over there at short last night that was able to nab Paul Vasquez in the second inning. Stevenson chased back to first. I was able to share that video around, and he's certainly getting the love he deserves out there at short defensively as he ropes one down the line, but it is foul. Gage just a little bit too far in front, otherwise he would have had his first home run on the season. Took a pitch on the inner third and yanked it foul. Let's see if Gage can straighten it out. He's going to go to right. Cepeda chasing it back towards the track. He will make the grab over his shoulder. Stevenson returns to first. There's now one out. Dylan Anderson up next. Last night, 2 for 5 with a run scored, one of the 2 scored by the Pippins. First pitch just a bit out. Brenneman, nothing too overpowering, kind of like Ethan Salscheider. Fastball around the mid-80s as he elects to go with the off-speed there. 2-0 as the pitch was just a bit downstairs. Stevenson stands at first as Anderson takes strike one. Finley Spicer waits on deck. He got the first hit for Yakima Valley as Brenneman trying to work his second straight scoreless inning. The 2-1 misses high and away. So Anderson in a hitter-friendly count. Native of Chino Hills, California, trying to get it done here in Yakima, Washington. 3-1's upstairs. 2 base runners on now for Yakima Valley after Anderson draws the first walk issued by Brenneman.
Number 18, Finley Spicer.
Finley Spicer bats next. Finley, one of 2 players now on the roster from St. Scholastica after one of his teammates, John Stokel, has joined the Pippins as he takes the first pitch inside, going 2 2/3, giving up 3 hits. He does end up with 3 runs after 2 of them scored that he left aboard for Getzinger as they pop out towards short. The runners will stay at their bags as the infield fly is called. There are now 2 away. Spicer was out no matter what, as Brandon Lane called the infield fly. Julian Angulo batting next. He was the one that got the Pippins on the board. RBI double back in the first inning that he just about poked over the 16-foot wall. First pitch strike right in there. Angulo hit it 92 miles an hour over towards right field last time up. Another scorched ball, 90 this time, but in play for Cepeda, who settles under it to make the grab. The Pippins leave 2 aboard after a leadoff hit by Jared Stevenson, but they fail to score. We go to the middle innings, 2-1. The Berries are in front.
Legends Casino.
You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Lihaukai Arujo Wayo is the first man up for the Berries. He swings and misses at the first pitch. A lot of vowels in the name of Arujo Wayo. Even in the count 1-1. Back in the first inning, flew out to end the frame. A committed freshman to the University of Hawaii. Swinging and missing for strike 2. A native of the islands, Miliani, Hawaii. Playing for the Berries in their first season as a team. Swinging and missing there. Porter going to throw down to first to complete the strikeout. Second punchy for Ethan Salscheider. That'll bring up Nick Holm. Now 0 for 8 on the season in his 6 games played. Does not have a hit with the Berries. Takes a pitch inside. Makes it 1-0. Holm ahead in the count. 2-0 from Linfield College, a native of Happy Valley, Oregon. Yeah, not Happy Valley like you think of when you think of Dabo Swinney. (2-0) back up the middle, ranging over his Reeser, but he won't get there. A 1-out single for Nick Holm as he picks up his first hit as a member of the Marion Berries. I spoke it into existence for you, Nick. Think I should get a share of the base hit there. Ben Allen next, switch hitting catcher. Doubled with 1 out back in the second inning one of the 2 runs scored by the Berries in that frame. First pitch between the legs of Porter. Holm will move up 90 feet. A little bit lighter crowd tonight. Again, a little bit deceptive because the sun has gone down and the crowd is a little more evenly dispersed, unlike last night, where they were all sitting on the third base side because that's where the shade was. Expecting a big crowd tomorrow, though, for Celebrate America Night. 2-0 pitch is nowhere close. So the count runs to 3-0. Salscheider in danger of walking his second batter. He does. A 4-pitch walk drawn by Ben Allen. He's on for the second time. So now Anthony Cepeda, who picked up a single back in the second inning to score Ben Allen. Hitting for the second time. Lefty-lefty matchup with Salscheider. First pitch, misses inside. Lucas Naley reaffirms that it missed inside. Jake Porter was asking. I believe the dugout was also asking. That one definitely inside. Makes the count 2-0. Salscheider only walked 1 in that first start against the Corvallis Knights, struck out 3. 2-0 pitch into the heart of the plate. Salscheider working his way back into the count. Pippins got 1 run in the first inning. The Berries got 2 runs in the second. That's where we sit. Until a line drive out towards left field moves every runner up. The bases will be loaded with only 1 out. The lead runner is Holm. He stands at third. Ben Allen stands at second. Now Anthony Cepeda with his second hit of the ball game, standing at first base. The middle infield playing to roll a double play. Allen swings at the first pitch and sends it over towards his bullpen. Allen got credit for an RBI back in the second inning with a sacrifice fly to Neil Jansen in center field. That scored Anthony Cepeda after he made his way to third on an error. Allen behind in the count now. Salscheider looking for a third punchy. That's downstairs. Porter able to keep it in front. Still 1-2. Salscheider is ahead in the count. Only 1 down here in the inning. The bags are juiced. Hard hit ball out to center. Jansen ranging over, still coming. Now he makes the grab. He's going to throw over to third. Hogan will play it on a hop. The 2 lead runners move up. Holmes scores. Cepeda stays at first. So Jake Allen with 2 sacrifice flies here in the evening has made the score 3-1. Again, the second out recorded. First pitch just out by Salscheider. Salso was scratched from his start down in Bend on Sunday. Was given a couple of extra days to rest as Weidman fouls it off behind the dish. Coach DeGallier asked him multiple times down in the dugout. I think some of them were jokingly, if he was good to go today. And every time he said, yes, I am. 1-1. Over to third. Hogan picks it up. The throw across to Angulo's in time. And that limits the damage. 1 run comes across on a couple of hits by the Berries. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-run ball game now. The Berries lead it 3-1.
3 weeks of savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick one up in store today. Bonus zone savings include Pepsi brand 12 packs, buy 2 get 2 free. Bi-Mart quad chairs are just $9.99. Plus save $50 on a Quick Shade Weekender 10x10 canopy. Storeware's 23-gallon totes are just $7.99. And all Frito-Lay party-sized chips are $3.99. Save store-wide through July 7th. Bi-Mart since 1955.
Bottom of the 4th inning here at the Orchard. Glad you're with us on a Wednesday night. The Pippins in the middle of a quick 3-game homestand before they will head out to Walla Walla for this weekend. Kyler Bittner due up first here in the 4th inning. He'll be followed by Ethan Hogan and Neil Jansen. Brenneman's first pitch is in the left-hand batter's box. Bittner flew out to center back in the 1st inning. Pippins got an early run, but have since been held scoreless by Taylor Brenneman. High sky out towards shallow right. Ranging over is Kashimoto. He will make the basket catch for out number 1. Ethan Hogan is next. He grounded out to short back in the 2nd inning. Ethan has looked better since a couple of pinch hit appearances as his first couple of games. 4 hits in his 15 at-bats. Swinging first pitch and fouling it back. Had a multi-hit game on June 28th down in Bend against the Elks, where he went 2 for 3. Coming in from Tacoma Community College after the departure of Charlie Shebler, was shut down by Butler University, of which he recently just committed to. So the Pippins pick up another left-handed batting third baseman. One, two, bounces away. Makes the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brenneman is working quickly here with nobody aboard. 1 hour into the contest. 2-2, just foul at first base. Holm was ranging over into the foul territory. It was just a matter of whether or not it was going to hit the bag. Another 2-2 on the way. Hogan watches strike 3. Pitch dropped right at the bottom of the zone. That is the third strikeout for Brenneman. Neil Jansen, the last hope here in the fourth inning. Jansen grounded out to third in his last trip to the plate. Hard hit down the line. It is foul. Right into the Pippins bullpen. Jansen corked that thing at 102, but he was just a bit too far in front. Jansen ropes another one, putting a good barrel on the ball. Just unable to keep it in fair territory. Another 0-2 pitch. Swinging and missing at the top of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brenneman, and the Pippins go quietly here in the fourth. No runs, hits, or errors. No one left on. We go to the fifth inning. It's still 3-1.
Yeah, tequila makes her close. Concert, July 27th, 8 p.m., Legends Event Center.
Yeah, like I was nodding right along to a song on the radio. Yeah.
On sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop.
Somewhere sunny.
Joe Nichols, live.
The highly anticipated Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel is now open and taking reservations, offering massage therapy, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, facials, saunas, and more. Plus, the only spa facility to offer wet and dry wellness pods in the entire Northwest. Call the Sage Spa at Legends now to make your reservation for the ultimate relaxation experience.
Salsa's back out. Defense has committed one error behind him. It's 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Berries. Something I noticed in between innings was home plate umpire Lucas Naley having a conversation with the Pippins dugout. Don't know with exactly who, but he was making hand signals, likely indicating that he was trying to tell the dugout where the pitches have been. Been a little bit of a wider zone, a little bit bigger than the average zone. On the ground, over to Reeser, backhands. Strong throw to Angulo. That is out number one. And like I was mentioning yesterday with Brandon Lane behind the plate, that's just something that pitchers and hitters have to adjust to. If you know that an umpire is calling the bottom of the zone, you might throw a couple more down at the bottom of the zone and see if you can get lucky with a few calls. Line drive into right field, down for a base hit for Goldstein. That's his first of the contest. Of course, the big thing being talked about in Major League Baseball is the automatic balls and strikes that they have in the minor leagues that will most likely be making its way up to the Major League level in the next couple of seasons. If you're unfamiliar with that, there's a challenge system that is used. Basically, the automatic strike zone, similar to what we have with TrackMan data, will tell the umpire, if requested, where that pitch was. The batter, the catcher, or the pitcher has to request a challenge. Check over to first. If they are successful, they get to keep one of their challenges. I think they get 3 in the minor leagues. If they're unsuccessful, they lose one of the challenges. (1-0), again out to right. Stevenson over towards the line. It'll fall in front of him. Moving from first to third is the lead runner, Goldstein. Runners at the corners with one out on back-to-back singles. So now Alki Arujo Wayo hitting with a pretty favorable number of runners on the base paths. Back to the automatic balls and strikes. It's a system that, again, can only be used on request. So it's not like a robot is telling the umpire what pitches to call. Foul ball down the left field line. There is still a sense of human error. And if a team loses their 3 challenges, then obviously you have to stick with what's called. We're not quite there in the West Coast League. Dribbler, foul. It's 0-2. Although the West Coast League is one of the most advanced in terms of technology. Of course, every stadium has TrackMan data. The partnership with Max BP, able to tell hitters how they're hitting. Some experiments going on the pitching mound as well, with different wearable technology that tells the pitchers how their body is responding to the workload they're being put through. Oh, 0-2 pitch, golfed foul. Arujo Wayo stays alive. The runner at third is Cade Goldstein. He singled. The runner at first is Paul Vasquez. He also singled. Action has started down in the Pippins bullpen. Salscheider, another foul ball by Arujo Wayo. Certainly, changes always being made to the game of baseball. You remember a few years back when the pitch clock was seemingly the worst thing in the world, and look at what it's done to attendance at the major league level. Sped games up by nearly 30 minutes. Forced pitchers and hitters to both develop new strategies on how to play the game. The 1-2 is fouled off. Good fight being put up here by Arujo Wayo. Initially, I was against the pitch clock. Not that I had any say in it, but being a former pitcher myself, scoring games. 1-2, just a bit inside. Makes the count 2-2. I think you've seen a little bit of an increase in offense at all levels that have incorporated the pitch clock. Two again inside. The count is run full. A base is open. It is second. 1 out. Runners at the corners. The payoff pitch from Salsa. On the ground, foul. The next pitch will be the 10th before allowing a run in the 4th. That added on to the 2 runs already scored back in the 2nd. Another payoff, 1 out. Eddie Kribbe heading out to the pitcher's mound. Salscheider's day might be done. The ball is handed off, and we will have a new arm up next. We'll get to the numbers on the Pippins' new reliever when we come back. It's 3-1 here in the top of the 5th.
Legends Casino Hotel's Summer of Games rolls on with our Chariots of Cash drawings. Join us for the first 4 Thursdays in July. We are handing out over $16,000 each night. But hold on to your horses, because on July 31st, we're giving out cash and a new Ford truck. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. With the new 2025 Ford Maverick up for grabs, maybe we should have called it Maverick of Cash. No, Chariots of Cash is a better name, but that truck, definitely a better ride.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think? Work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
New arm for the Pippins. It's Oliver Wilday coming in relief of Ethan Salscheider on the season. 1 game in the regular season, pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 run. Gave up 3 hits as well, faced 6 total batters, but left the bases loaded against the Bend Elks after giving up that 1 run. Wilday also pitched in the non-league series against the Northwest Star Nighthawks. That is where the Pippins picked him back up from. Went 4 innings and a start on Father's Day. Gave up 1 hit and no runs, striking out 4. So now Wilday asked to get the final 2 outs here in the 5th inning with the bases loaded. All 3 runners belong to Ethan Salscheider. First pitch strike from Wilday to Nick Holm. Aruja Wayo stands at first base after winning a 10-pitch at-bat to draw a walk. 0-1 outside. Wilday pitches at Yakima Valley College just up the street on Nob Hill Boulevard. One ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball fouled off over the Pippins dugout. Makes the count 1-2. Holm on the day, 1 for 2. Singled and scored back in the 4th inning. Wilday's 1-2. Poked foul. He just barely stays alive. Oliver, 6'1", 190. Up there on the bump. Another 1-2 pitch. Liner out to center. Jansen ranging over. He's going to squeeze it for out number 2. Tagging at third is Goldstein. He will score. A 3rd sacrifice fly from a Marion Berry. They've now plated another run. Make the score 4-1. One of Salscheider's 3 runs that he allowed, 3 runners I should say that he allowed, come across. There are 2 down now. Runners are at the corners. Wilday's first pitch up near the helmet of Ben Allen. Allen is 1 for 1 today. A double back in the 2nd, a walk in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch in there at the top of the strike zone. Wilday's fastball averaging in that mid-80s range, anywhere from 83 to 86. Swing and a miss by Ben Allen. He's batting from the right side against the right-handed pitching Oliver Wilday. Long pause before the 1-2. Line drive out towards Finley Spicer. It's going to get down. Another run comes across for the Berries. It's 5-1 on the RBI single by Ben Allen. So now 2 of Salsa's 3 runners that he allowed have crossed the plate. Wilday looking for the 3rd out any way he can find it here in the 5th. First pitch hacking, another looper out towards Spicer and left. No one's going to get there as it lands fair and goes all the way into the bullpen. RBI double for Anthony Cepeda. Make it now 6-1. All 3 of Salsa's runs score. Wilday's got runners at 2nd and 3rd of his own. Cepeda is 3 for 3 today after going 0 for 3 yesterday. And now he sets the table for Jake Allen, who has 2 sacrifice flies. First pitch in there for strike 1. 6 runs on 9 hits now for the Marion Berries. 1 run on 3 hits for Yakima Valley. 0-1 outside, evens the count. Pippins' pitching is shorthanded after a couple of arms were shut down by their D1 schools that they just committed to transfer to. 1-1. That clips the hands of Jake Allen. And now the 9th man scheduled to hit in the inning will stroll to the plate, Danny Weidman. Weidman 1 for 3 today. Wilday looking to shut the inning down before the Berries are able to bat around. Runners in purple at every base, and the first pitch to Weidman is outside for ball 1. Four hits in the inning, a walk and a hit by pitch as well. The 2 outs were a ground out to short and a sacrifice fly to center field. Swing and a miss by Weidman. Pippins' offense is going to have to wake up in the second half of this ball game, as they have allowed 5 unanswered runs on defense. One over to third. Hogan can't grab it as it goes under his glove. 1 run scores and everybody else moves up. An error by Ethan Hogan, and the Berries have sent 10 men to the plate now with Cody Kashimoto coming up next. Hogan just does not stay down on the ball. The Berries have plated 4 here in the 5th. First pitch over to Bittner at second. He knocks it down, and he throws to Angulo to retire the side. But not before the Berries get 4 runs on 4 hits and leave the bases loaded. We're halfway home here at the Orchard. 7-1 is the score.
3 weeks of savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick one up in store today. Bonus zone savings include Pepsi brand 12 packs, buy 2 get 2 free. Bi-Mart quad chairs are just $9.99. Plus save $50 on a Quick Shade Weekender 10x10 canopy. Storeware's 23-gallon totes are just $7.99. And all Frito-Lay party-sized chips are $3.99. Save store-wide through July 7th. Bi-Mart since 1955.
Taylor Brenneman now pitches with a 6-run cushion as he will face 8, 9, and 1 in the Yakima Valley order. The Berries able to get 4 runs on 4 hits in that last inning. 1 error committed as Jake Porter digs in. First pitch strike on the inner third. Jake struck out after being ahead in the count 2-0 back in the second inning. Brenneman pitched 3 consecutive pitches that Porter offered at as he flips his bat, but home plate umpire Lucas Naley disagrees that he was hit by the pitch. Porter, I believe, thinks he was hit, and now Lucas Naley is going to ask for help from Brandon Lane. I don't know what help the field umpire is going to be in this situation. Porter definitely thinks he was clipped on the jersey. And no, they say he has to stand in. It's just ball 1. We'll take a look at it here. That's close. If it did get him, it got him on the button of his jersey. And technically the jersey is part of the body in this situation. Offensive timeout here for Coach DeGallier and Jake Porter, trying to reset after he thought he had a free 90 feet. All the while, Brenneman's been standing ready to go on the mound. Has not wavered. Immediately into his windup as Porter fouls one at the plate. That one got a big piece of Lucas Naley. As now the catcher, Ben Allen, going to go talk with his pitcher to give his home plate umpire a chance to catch his breath. Everybody getting clipped with the baseball. 1-2 outside. Count now even at 2 apiece. Porter, a native of Fresno, California, takes a pitch just high and away to run the count full. Well, first Porter thought he had a hit by pitch, and right there, Ben Allen thought he had strike 3. Porter looking for his 3rd hit in a Pippins uniform. Payoff pitch. Roped foul down into the trees. Count will remain full. Stevenson is on deck, and then the top of the order for Yakima Valley. Another payoff from Brenneman. Lifted out to center. Weidman ranging to his left. Makes the catch. for out number 1. So now Jared Stevenson, who singled back in the 3rd inning to pick up his 4th hit with the Pippins, trying to get the offense started here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch yanked outside by Brenneman. The Pippins are able to score early in a lot of contests, but as the game goes on, they just can't seem to find any extra runs. We've seen that a lot in the last week or so. The Pippins scored in the 1st inning yesterday, but ended up falling 6-2. Stevenson's ahead in the count 3-0. Yakima Valley was up 2-0 on Bend on June 28th, but then immediately gave the lead back in the 5th inning. As that pitch misses inside for ball 4, Stevenson makes sure before tossing the gear. On for the 2nd time today. And now Gage Reeser looking for his first hit on the evening. The Pippins haven't had really a big inning in a while. They scored 3 on Alzheimer's Awareness Night back on June 25th, but 3 has been kind of the biggest number that they have scored since they're down in Walker Stadium against the Pickles. Their biggest innings as Reeser sends one high out towards left. The shortstop, Goldstein, is chasing it out. Now he comes back towards the infield to make the grab. That pitch was certainly pushed back towards the infield by the wind. 2 away here in the inning. Their biggest inning of the season was a 7 spot that the Pippins put up on the Northwest Star Nighthawks on Father's Day. As it looks like Brenneman's day might be nearing its end. He's got one more out to get to qualify for the win, but he will not do so. The Berries going to go to their bullpen as Brenneman goes 4 2/3 here on a Wednesday night. We'll be back with the information on the new Berries pitcher right after this.
Yeah, tequila makes her clothes. One of the hottest names in country, Joe Nichols. Live in concert, July 27th, 8 p.m., Legends Event Center. I'm in Legends Gift Shop. Somewhere sunny. Joe Nichols, live.
The highly anticipated Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel is now open and taking reservations, offering massage therapy, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, facials, saunas, and more. Plus, the only spa facility to offer wet and dry wellness pods in the entire Northwest. Call the Sage Spa at Legends now to make your reservation for the ultimate relaxation experience.
The new pitcher in for the Berries is number 10, Jack Meek, the left-handed thrower from Buena Park, California. Attends UC Davis, where he'll be a senior, 5'10", 195, up there on the slab. Has a 9 ERA through 8 games, 7 innings worked, 7 strikeouts to 4 walks. The reason for that 9 ERA is because back in a game against the Ridgefield Raptors on June 18th, he went 1 inning, gave up 6 runs, all of them were earned. He's given up 1 run otherwise. And so 7 runs earned over 7 innings pitched means that you're averaging 1 run an inning, or in the case of ERA, which is figured per every 9 innings, you're averaging 9 runs every 9 innings. A little bit of math there, but it's actually a pretty easy number to calculate. Dylan Anderson bats with 2 outs as Pippins looking to get some offense started. Been quiet since the first inning, thanks to some good pitching by Taylor Brenneman. First pitch just inside. It's 1-0. Anderson on the day is 0 for 1. He walked back in the third, but was left stranded. Swing and a miss. Middle fastball that Anderson was ahead of. '23rd game for Dylan Anderson in the regular season. The 1-1 from the southpaw is a breaking ball that Anderson is unable to catch up with. Dylan falls behind 1-2. Meek looking for a strikeout for the first batter he faces. Stevenson fighting the sun over at first. The southpaw fires a 1-2 that Anderson spoils foul. A little bit of a shocking move to me that Brenneman would be pulled with 2 outs in the 5th inning. He was 1 out away from qualifying for a decision with a 6-run cushion. Stevenson takes off, Anderson takes ball, and that pitch nearly clipped the pitcher on the way down. Stevenson with a stolen base. Anderson even in the count at 2 apiece. It's a good thing the pitcher, Meek, was paying attention. This ball had a target right for his head. Branding 1 runner. We're through 5.
Legends Casino Hotel's Summer of Games rolls on with our Chariots of Cash drawings. Join us for the first 4 Thursdays in July. We are handing out over $16,000 each night. But hold on to your horses, because on July 31st, we're giving out cash and a new Ford truck. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. With the new 2025 Ford Maverick up for grabs, maybe we should have called it Maverick of Cash. No, Chariots of Cash is a better name, but that truck, definitely a better ride.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Cade Goldstein on to face Oliver Wilday here in the 6th inning. It's Goldstein, Vasquez, and Rahu Wayo. First pitch out to left. Spicer moves a couple feet to his right. Hard hit contact, but unrewarded for Goldstein. The final line on Ethan Salscheider, 4 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 3 walks to 2 strikeouts. Wilday now officially through 1 inning of relief. Now facing Paul Vasquez. First pitch just a bit downstairs. 85 miles an hour on the fastball from Wilday. Teammates with Gage Reeser at Yakima Valley College. Pitch inside. Makes the count 2-0. Looking around the West Coast League right now, a lot of games still in action. 2-0 on the ground over to third. Hogan's unable to come up with it. It's a one-out single by Paul Vasquez, his second hit of the ball game. Looking around the league, the Victoria Harbor Cats lead the Nanaimo Night Owls 9-7 on the top of the fourth inning. Ridgefield has a narrow one-run lead over the Springfield, 4-3. Wenatchee is in Kamloops playing the North Paws. They lead that game 3-2 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Bellingham leads Kelowna 5-2 in the top of the fifth. First pitch strike to Rujawayo. Down in Bend, the Elks have an 11-1 lead over the Walla Walla Sweets in the bottom of the fourth inning. Next pitch just a bit too far upstairs. In Edmonton, the team that just set an attendance record in the West Coast League, over 9,000 people were at Remax Field on Canada Day yesterday. Currently tied with Port Angeles, 6-6 in the bottom of the sixth inning. And the other score right now, the Portland Pickles are leading the Cowlitz Black Bears 2-0 down at Walker Stadium. Pitch bounces up near Porter. He's unable to come up with it cleanly. Advancing to second is Vasquez. Two-one count to Rujawayo. Soft liner out towards right. Stevenson charging. He makes the grab at his shoe tops. Nice play by Jared Stevenson, who ends up in the infield on the hard hustle play. You're going to see it, just a little dying line drive, 72 miles an hour. The wind certainly helped Stevenson as the ball was held up just a little bit. And now Nick Holm swings and misses at the first pitch. Holm now with a hit on the season back in the fourth inning. Had a sacrifice fly back in the fifth. Pitch stung out towards center. Jansen ranging over. He's not going to get there. Holm now with 2 hits on the season. This one plates a run. It's 8-1. The Berries are in front. That brings Ben Allen to the plate. Holm now with 2 RBI on the season. First pitch from Will Day drops downstairs. I mentioned some of those scores. A lot of teams kind of looking at the standings right now. You see Portland there at the top for the West Coast League South. They've already clinched their ticket to the playoffs. Marion is in their second half of the season. This is game 2 in the second half as it's fouled over on the left side. In the North, the Bells have secured the first half playoff spot for the division. Wenatchee took a loss after a Bellingham win a couple of nights ago. See, the rest of the North just kind of bunched up there in the middle. Foul ball out of play. Reminder that The playoff system goes by halves, and the 2 half winners get automatically qualified, and then that's where the overall record comes into play, as you could have a horrible first half but win the second half, or you could have a mid-tier first half and a really good second half but not win the half, but still make it with your overall record. 1-2, stung out to center again. Jansen's going to let it fall. It's a 3rd hit in the inning. This one comes with 2 outs. That brings up Anthony Cepeda, who is perfect on the day, 3 for 3. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Will Day looking to limit the damage to 1. First pitch, high and away to Anthony Cepeda. Cepeda singled in the 2nd. That drove home a run. He later scored in the inning. Singled in the 4th, but was left stranded on base. Doubled in the 5th and drove home a 2nd run. Will Day misses just outside. Third base is open. The 9th man in the order, Jake Allen, waits in the on-deck circle. (2-0) finds the zone. Action down in the Pippins bullpen. Jabari Simon has grabbed a baseball and is throwing to Ethan Buckley. 2-1, fouled into the screen. I mentioned earlier that the Pippins are a little bit shorthanded on the pitching staff side. A normal roster would have around 16 pitchers, but currently the Pippins are down to 12 due to some commitments like Ian Moad and Colton LaFave signing with Division I programs and being asked to shut it down the rest of the summer. Pippins did pick up a couple of arms for this week's series before they get even more reinforcements for the Walla Walla series. Will Day trying to eat up this 6th inning. 2-2 misses outside, and that runs the count full. The runners will be in motion. Holm is at second. Allen is at first. Will Day's ready. The payoff pitch to Cepeda is on the way. It's outside for ball 4. The bags are reloaded. Back-to-back innings that the Berries have had 3 aboard. Jake Allen hitting in a very advantageous spot. The Berries have slowly tried to put this one away. It's 8-1, a 7-run deficit for the Pippins. First pitch strike from Will Day. Yakima Valley's offense has been quiet since the first inning. Pitching staff not making it any easier. It's 8-1. Swing and a miss by Allen. One more pitch to get out of the frame. Will Day ready to go. The bags are juiced with 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch. Hardliner to Hogan. Gets the glove down. Throws over to Angulo, who scoops it out of the dirt for out number 3. The Berries leave the bases loaded, but they do tack on one more run on 3 hits. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 8-1.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Here's a look at the upcoming schedule for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Tomorrow night, celebrating America Night here at the ballpark. First 1,000 folks in the door get a souvenir bucket hat. And there will be post-game fireworks after the special and beyond in the final Battle of the Basin series. The Pippins will need 1 win in those 3 games to secure the Battle of the Basin title. In the first year that the series will have a winner. A little bit of issues with the PitchCom system, the wiring for the catcher, Ben Allen. He's ready to go now, though. First pitch from Meek is fouled back by Finley Spicer. Finley is 1 for 2 today, singled and scored back in the first. He is the only run that the Pippins have been able to push across. Angulo, who will follow him, missed a home run by about a foot or so down the right field line. Finley from St. Scholastica came into today batting .271. He's now scored 8 runs on the season to go along with 14 hits. Ahead in the count here, 2-1. Last little bit of sunlight hanging out on the field before we go under the lights. Two on, fouled off at the plate. Was a little bit lighter crowd today than it was yesterday. But again, you're going to want to be here early tomorrow if you're coming out to the ball game. 2-2s downstairs. Count runs full. The gates will open at 6:05. And we will have fireworks to follow as we celebrate the country's birthday. The payoff pitch. Spicer sends it out towards shallow right again. Cepeda coming in. He's going to make the grab, nearly colliding with Kashimoto. 1 out here in the inning. That brings up Julian Angulo. Again, just barely missed having a home run in the first inning. You think of what that might have done for the Pippins' momentum at the time. First pitch skips in. Makes the count 1-0. little bit windier down on the field. .1-0 in there at the bottom of the zone. Some swirling wind, I would call it. The flags are kind of wrapped around the pole out in right center, so hard to see exactly which way the wind is blowing. .1-1, Angulo misses a pitch that was outside the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The nets are rustling with the breeze. 1-2, high and tight. Angulo works the count back to even. One out here in the inning. Kyler Bitt. Angulo able to stay alive. Julian. Full count now. One of those RBI that he had was helping his teammate out, setting the school's runs scored record in a season for a career. Payoff pitch misses downstairs. Angulo is aboard. That'll bring up Kyler Bittner. Bitt's 0 for 2 today. A fly out to center field and then a high towering pop out over on the right side. Kyler electing to go with the stirrup socks. It's a pretty good look on him for a middle infielder. Squares to bunt, but he pops it straight up in the air. It's going to drop in play. Bittner's going to run down to first. He thought it went foul, and he will be out number 2. What was almost disaster ended up in a routine, well, sub-routine ground out. Goes down in the scorebook as 2. Angulo does get to second base. Had Kyler been running out of the box, might have been safe at first. Hogan takes strike 1. That's an unfortunate break for the Pippins offense. Could have had 2 on and only 1 out. Even 1-1 count now to Ethan Hogan, who is 0 for 2 today. That pitch just misses. Allen, a little pump fake there. Checking Lucas Naley to make sure that was, in fact, called a ball. Two-one. Short flare out to left center. It's going to get down, and Angulo will hold at third. The throw is wide, but able to be picked up by Allen. Runners are at the corners with 2 outs. Garrett DeGallier knows that the Pippins need 7 runs to come back in this game, and so he elected to hold Angulo at third. We'll see if Hogan is at all in motion. 10 outs left on offense for Yakima Valley. Down by 7. Pippins looking for their first run since the first inning. Jansen fouls it between the legs of Allen. Meek is not allowed a run yet in this contest. He's ahead in the count on Neil Jansen. The last time that Meek allowed a run was back on June 24th against the Bend Elks. He's been 3 outings scoreless. 0-2 misses away. The one blemish for Meek is that 6-run inning he pitched down in Ridgefield. One-two pitch. That's outside as well. Again, the wind kicks up a little bit. Porter does have a home run on the season. That came down in Ridgefield. 2-2 out of play. That one will end up in the parking lot. Neal looking for his first hit since June 29th. He's going to work a full count. Jansen has taken 8 walks on the season. Walk here would load the bases for Jake Porter. Runner goes. Jansen, swings it over towards the Berries dugout. Pitch would have been ball 4. Unable to get the bat out of the way. Another payoff pitch. Jansen again puts it out of play. Good fight being put up here by Neal. Next pitch will be the 9th in the at-bat. 18 strikes to 14 balls for Meek. The payoff pitch on the ground out to short. Goldstein has it go between the wickets, and a run will score. 8-2, Yakima Valley only trails by 6 after the error by the shortstop. Angulo's the one that crosses the plate. Hogan advances to second. The inning continues. Just goes through the legs of Goldstein out at short. Was expecting a half hop, and it just continued to roll on down through the infield. So here's Jake Porter, the catcher, trying to keep the inning going. First pitch inside. Pippins have now sent 6 to the plate. It's the most they've sent up to hit in an inning so far tonight. That pitch clips the bottom corner. Makes it 1-1. Pippins trying to make a 7-run comeback. It got started here in the 6th. 1-1, that dances outside from the lefty. Makes the count 2-1. Some gusts playing tricks on the baseball field. Count now 2-2 after Porter takes a pitch over the heart of the plate. The runner at second is Hogan. The runner at first is Neal Jansen. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 2-2 pitch. Porter lays off. Action pitch upcoming. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Both runners will get a head start. Porter in the box. Meek is on the mound. The payoff pitch. Dribbler back up the middle. Coming in is Kashimoto. He throws. It's in time with the catcher running to retire the side. The Pippins get a run back thanks to an error by Goldstein at short. It's 8-2 as we go to the 7th.
3 weeks of savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick one up in store today. Bonus zone savings include Pepsi brand 12 packs, buy 2 get 2 free. Bi-Mart quad chairs are just $9.99. Plus save $50 on a Quick Shade Weekender 10x10 canopy. Storeware's 23-gallon totes are just $7.99. And all Frito-Lay party-sized chips are $3.99. Save store-wide through July 7th. Bi-Mart since 1955.
New arm on the mound for Yakima Valley. It is Jabari Simon making his entry into this contest. 6'2", 200 from Everett Community College. Southpaw with a 19.05 ERA on the season. 5 games worked, 5 2/3 innings pitched. 8 strikeouts, 10 walks, 9 hits allowed. Last time out against the Bend Elks, only was able to go a third of an inning. Gave up 4 runs. They were all earned on 2 hits and 1 walk. Jabari trying to get back to his old form against Walla Walla on June 22nd. Went 2/3 of an inning, gave up only 1 run. Against Walla Walla on June 5th, went 2 innings and only gave up 1 run. And with an appearance mixed in there down in Ridgefield, went 1 inning, gave up 1 run. Just been a couple of big innings that have ballooned Jabari's ERA. The 4 runs on June 27th against the Elks and 5 runs in an inning and 2/3 up in Wenatchee. First pitch bunting is the leadoff man Weidman. Jabari came in during the 3rd game of that series up against the Apple Sox. Gave up 5 runs. They were all earned on 3 hits and 5 walks. A 1 breaking ball outside. But like I mentioned, the 3 games in between Wenatchee and Bend that he appeared in, despite giving up a run in each, he was able to limit the damage. 1-1 fouled back. Simon mixes in, breaking ball, fastball, changeup. Varies speeds also. Six miles per hour. The Pippins have a couple of softer throwing southpaws. Koshirai comes to mind. Simon high and away with that pitch to make it 3-2. Speaking of Koshirai, he has grabbed a ball and is working down in the Yakima Valley bullpen. Payoff pitch misses upstairs to Weidman. Draws a walk here in the 7th inning. That brings up Cody Kashimoto. Kashimoto on the day is 0 for 3. He's grounded out to each infield position except for first base. And flown out to Spicer out in left. He's ahead in the count here, 1-0. pitch just misses inside. It makes it 2 balls, no strikes. Arai has finished throwing. He is walking back towards the bench. Pippins got a run back. Same pitch, same result there, as it's now 3-0. Yakima Valley trying to keep it right where it is. See if their offense can do some work with 9 outs left. The 3-0 pitch is upstairs, a 4-pitch walk to Kashimoto, and both batters that Simon has faced has resulted in free passes. Anthony Alvarado making his way down to the Pippins bullpen to check on his staff. Simon steps off, asks for Porter to come have a chat. Maybe a little confusion with the signs. They're clarified now. Simon digging back in. Well, you see the Pippins wearing their home whites, those nice white uniforms. They got into those just a few minutes earlier than normal today to take their team photo. That will then be put on a poster, and anybody who attends the game on July 18th, the first 500 people, I should say, will have a chance to take home that team photo in poster form. Simon's been unable to find the strike zone. It was a 4-pitch walk to Kashimoto. It was a walk to Weidman to lead off the inning. That 2-0 called a strike. Porter brought it back. It was in the zone, but tried to frame it anyway and lost the ball. See if that strike can help Jabari get back on track. 2-1, fouled away. So now the count's even. Simon with 8 strikeouts on the season. Looking for his 9th. Two breaking ball left in the middle of the zone. Sent back to the wall, and it is off the top. The runners had to hold up to make sure Stevenson wasn't going to catch it. Bittner gets the cutoff throw. The throw home is just late. The throw to third, that one is in time. Hogan applies the tag. 1 out in the inning. A run does score on the RBI single by Goldstein. And he is the only man left on base. For those of you scoring at home, the out at third is 9-4-2-5. It's 9-2 now. Is that pitch at the top of the zone for strike 1? So the Berries get back the run they gave up to Yakima Valley in the bottom of the 6th. And again, the Pippins will have to make a comeback from down 7. Simon is ahead in the count, 0-2. Still searching for that 9th strikeout on the season. Runner at first is Goldstein. 0-2, lined out to Spicer. He'll range over and make the grab. 2 away here in the 7th. That brings up Alkai Arujowayo. batting for the 5th time tonight, officially is 0 for 3. He walked back in the 5th inning and scored one of the 4 runs. Pitch skips in, but it stays in front of Porter, so no advance by Goldstein. Pippins after the stretch will have Stevenson, Reeser, and Anderson due up. That pitch drops inside. Count 2-0. Brendan Burke has grabbed a baseball in the Pippins pen just in case Simon gets into trouble. Runner takes off. The pitch is fouled off the top of the railing there at the backstop. Nearly took the head of Nick Holm clean off. On its way over by the dugout. Two balls, one strike now after Araujo nearly killed his teammates. Simons walked 2, gave up a single to Goldstein and got an out on the base paths, then induced a line out to Finley Spicer. Runner takes off. The pitch is in there for strike 2. The Pippins will concede the stolen base. Araujo now in a full count. Simon a long look in. Now he's going to step off. Goldstein at second. Araujo in the box. Simons payoff pitch. That one's fouled off of the foot of the third baseman. That one hurt just a little bit. You see him wearing that shin guard there, but really no protection for the inside part of the foot. That's exactly where he got it. Take a look at this foul ball. Yep, right off the inside. Another payoff pitch from Simon upstairs for ball 4. Three walks in the inning issued by Jabari. Now Nick Holm, who came into today without a hit, is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. First pitch outside. Inside. Some baseball history going on while we're playing our game. Just got the notification that Clayton Kershaw has become the 20th pitcher in MLB history to reach 3,000 career strikeouts. He just struck out Vinny Capra. 2-0 out of play. Certainly Clayton Kershaw is a left-handed arm that a lot of pitchers my age saw growing up and tried to model their game after, especially us lefties, including myself. You can't go a day in the backyard without imitating Kershaw's windup. So congratulations to Clayton Kershaw. 2-1 out of play. Jabari's battled back into the count to make it 2-2. That is quite the feat. 3,000 career strikeouts. Only 20 men have done it in the history of the Major League Baseball. Two from Simon. That drops in there for strike 3. Porter applies the tag to send us to the stretch. The Berries get a run back. It's 9-2. Stretch time at the Orchard.
Legends Casino Hotel's Summer of Games rolls on with our Chariots of Cash drawings. Join us for the first 4 Thursdays in July. We're and a new Ford truck. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. With a new 2025 Ford Maverick up for grabs, maybe we should have called it Maverick of Cash. No, Chariots of Cash is a better name, but that truck, definitely a better ride.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Some early fireworks being shot off here in Yakima as the 4th of July approaches. The Pippins hoping for some fireworks of their own here over the last 3 frames. They currently trail the Marion Berries 9-2 in this one as a new pitcher is in for the Berries. Ryan Clark becomes the 3rd pitcher to work for Marion. 5'10", 190 from Feather River College, a native of Portland, Oregon. Will be a sophomore next year. 1-0 record on the season, 9.81 ERA. 6 games, none of them starts. 7 1/3 innings worked. 5 strikeouts to 7 walks. He will face Jared Stevenson, Gage Reeser, and Dylan Anderson here in the 7th. A nice night here in Yakima. It's the first pitch. Rides inside and hits Jared Stevenson. That is Stevenson's 3rd time on base today. A single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. As now Gage Reeser gets a chance to bat with a man aboard again. Reeser on the night, 0 for 3. Ground out, fly out, and pop out. Stevenson shaking out the elbow a little bit after getting plunked to lead off the 7th. First pitch, that dances away, but Stevenson will not advance. 1 ball, no strikes. Gage from Yakima Valley College, native of Lacey, Washington. One of the many Washington natives on this squad. The 1-0 pitch, golfed out towards the scoreboard. Gage with some pretty good contact, but the left fielder, Allen, is right there to make the grab. Man, I was talking with Gage before the game, and he said yesterday just how good he felt at the plate. He had what he felt were 4 quality at-bats, a couple of barrels. That's another one there that in this big ballpark just, unfortunately, don't get down for hits. So now Dylan Anderson making his way back to the left-hand batter's box. First pitch downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Even count now, 1-1. Clark works after Meek, who was able to go an inning and a third, giving up only 1 hit, 1 run. Anderson takes down and away for ball 2. The breeze has certainly made it cooler. Temperatures started today at 84 degrees at the time of the game. This one's past a diving first baseman Holm. Stevenson chugging around second. He will hold up at third. Runners are at the corners with only one out here in the 7th. Dylan able to continue to produce. Picks up his 26th hit of the season. That's now Finley Spicer, who, if you remember all the way back to opening day, got the first 2 RBI for Yakima Valley in the first inning of the season. Swinging first pitch. This one will drive home a run if Finley can outrun it. Instead, it's a double play turned by the Berries to end the Pippins threat. 2 hits in the inning, 2 base runners in the inning, but nothing to show for it for Yakima Valley. We go to the 8th inning, 9-2 here at the Orchard.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here
is how nice the staff are.
My teeth, people would say, oh, you have braces? They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
What's your pizza?
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Brendan Burke is on to pitch the 8th inning for the Pippins. Spent time the last 2 years at Valley City State University, an NAIA school in Valley City, North Dakota. With the Vikings, the last 2 seasons, a 13.5 ERA, a 1-0 record over 9 games. 10 2/3 innings pitched with the Vikings. Brendan making his Pippins debut here, trying to eat up a couple of innings for Yakima Valley. Brendan normally is up here in the press box, but a college baseball player with Valley City getting a chance to lace up the spikes and throw on the mound. First pitch, sky high on the infield. Up near the mound, who wants it? It'll be Hogan, basically towing the slab for out number 1. Now, Burke wanted nothing to do with that, and so he gave way for his infield. I was a little surprised that Gage Reeser didn't call it. Maybe he didn't see it. First pitch swinging is Anthony Cepeda. Let's take a look at that sky-high pop-up. Yeah, everybody kind of converging. Burke getting out of the way. Hogan says, I got it. So that pitch drops below the zone to make it 1-1. Burke features fastball, breaking ball primarily. Pitch fouled off the foot of Anthony Cepeda. Pretty good fastball, 85 for Brendan. Jabari Simon able to go an inning, give up 1 run on a hit, 3 walks and 1 strikeout. The 1-2 skips in. makes it 2-2. I don't know if you can hear it on the crowd mic, but there's been some sort of band playing outside the stadium just about the entire game. It's good music. I'm just surprised they've been able to play this long. We're hearing 2.5 hours in this one. Line drive through the left side for a base knock. Cepeda is 4 for 4 today. He's been on base all 5 times. 3 singles, a double, and a walk. Cepeda just will not get out today. First pitch downstairs to Jake Allen. 0 for 1 today. Pair of sac flies, a hit by a pitch, and a ground out. Hard liner out towards the right center field gap. Stevenson races over and makes the grab. Good speed by Jared out there to track that one down. 2 away here in the 8th inning. Back to the top of the order, Danny Weidman. Batting for the 6th time today. Officially, he is 1 for 4, but he did come around to score after Jabari Simon walked him in the 7th. Burke misses down low for ball 1. Crowd's thinned out a little bit more after the Berries have scored 7 of the last 9 runs in the contest. These two teams are back at it tomorrow. 2-0 pitch downstairs. It's 3-0. Weidman would be content with another walk. .30 pitch, that is downstairs for ball 4. Back-to-back innings that Weidman has reached on the base on balls. Cepeda moves over to second, is now Kashimoto. Batting from the left side. Swings a baby blue barreled bat. Nice two-tone color for Kashimoto. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Fastball that Burke blew by him. The 0-1 pitch skips in. Porter able to keep it close. Moves the count to 1-1. Brendan Burke, a native of Selah, Washington, just about 6 miles north of here. 1-1, ripped over to Bittner at second. He takes a couple steps and throws to Angulo to end the inning. Brendan Burke tosses a scoreless frame in his Pippins debut. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, Pippins have 6 outs to work with.
3 weeks of savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick one up in store today. Bonus zone savings include Pepsi brand 12 packs, buy 2 get 2 free. Bi-Mart quad chairs are just $9.99. Plus save $50 on a Quick Shade Weekender 10x10 canopy. Storeware's 23-gallon totes are just $7.99. And all Frito-Lay party-sized chips are $3.99. Save store-wide through July 7th. Bi-Mart since 1955.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Yakima County Stadium. Grayson Bonanno on to pitch for the Berries. 6'3", 200 out of Encinitas, California. 0 ERA through 8 games, 8 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, only 2 hits. No runs whatsoever have crossed against Bonanno. Made his Berries debut on June 14th at Corvallis. Pitched an inning there, and then the next day threw an inning. Longest outing of the season is 1 2/3. He's got Angulo in a tied count 1-1. We'll see if Bonanno is asked to finish the contest. As there you see Julian Angulo, who is 1 for 2 today. Little shot out towards shallow right. Bermuda Triangle, the first baseman, gives way for Kashimoto, who makes the acrobatic grab for out number 1. And that's about the second time that Kashimoto's had to dance around another fielder to make an out. Either way, it's 1 out. Now Kyler Bittner will dig in after the Pippins bat boy is able to retrieve Julian Angulo's lumber. Pitch in there for strike 1. Bittner disagreed. Bonanno on the bump. Pitcher at UC Davis, where he will be a sophomore. Lively fastball, 88 miles an hour. As that ball has just deposited itself right behind the backstop. One drops in. Moves the count to 1-2. Pippins running out of outs here to try and stage a comeback. 9-2 is the score. 1 out. Story for Yakima Valley about the last week or so. They're able to stay in it in the first 3 frames, and then in the middle innings, 1 or 2 big innings by their opponent kind of puts the game out of hand as Bittner swings and misses on an inside and downstairs fastball for out number 2. By the time that the Pippins are able to get their bats going again, it's a little bit too late. And the games that they can lead and hold their opponents to only about 3 or 4 runs, it looks pretty good as Hogan takes inside. The big inning has kind of been the story for the Pippins on defense. That one also across the shoe tops, 2-0. Ethan on the day is 1 for 3. As the 2-0 pitch finds the top of the zone. 77 mile an hour on the changeup. Two-1, breaking ball that time. Moves the count to 3-1. The ball boys have fallen asleep a little bit. There goes one. Pick up the loose change. The 3-1 pitch is down and in. Hogan draws a walk to be aboard for the second time today.
Number 36, Neil Jansen.
Now Neil Jansen will bat here with 2 away. On the day, Jansen 0 for 3. First pitch strike from Bonanno. No action in the Pippins pen. That most likely means that Brendan Burke will be out for the 9th. As Jansen is behind in the count, 0-2. Jake Porter, the catcher, waiting on deck. 0-2, popped up foul and out of play. Allen gave it a look, but it will end up beyond the wall, over towards the concourse. No balls, 2 strikes. Good block back there by Ben Allen. Able to prevent Hogan from advancing an extra 90 feet. The 1-2 stays upstairs. Jansen with the good eye. Found his way back to an even count. There goes Hogan, a swing and a miss. Retires the side. We go to the 9th inning. It's 9-2. Brendan Burke looking to hang a 0.
Yeah, tequila makes her clothes. One of the hottest names in country. Center. I'm in Legends Gift Shop. Somewhere sunny. Joe Nichols, live.
The highly anticipated Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel is now open and taking reservations, offering massage therapy, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, facials, saunas, and more. Plus, the only spa facility to offer wet and dry wellness pods in the entire Northwest. Call the Sage Spa at Legends now to make your reservation for the ultimate relaxation experience.
Well, our next telecast will be tomorrow for the Celebrate America Night game between the Berries and the Pippins. Game 3 of the Berries' first trip to Yakima since becoming a member of the West Coast League. They were founded this last off-season. West Coast League's newest team here on a fireworks night as the Pippins get ready to celebrate the 4th of July on the road down in Walla Walla. But we'll be right here, 7 o'clock first pitch. Pregame coverage at around 6:55. Beautiful sunset as well here in Yakima, as Brendan Burke will try and work the final 3 outs on defense before Yakima Valley will need at least 7 runs to keep this game alive. He will face the heart of the order for the Berries, starting off with Cade Goldstein, who he misses with ball 1-2. In an even count now, 1-1. The fastball still lively for Brendan, 85. Lower spin rate than a couple of his Pippins counterparts at around 1850 RPMs. Pitch upstairs. Makes it 2-0. Langan Naylor has grabbed a baseball down in the Pippins bullpen. One of the Pippins middle infielders. Does have an inning under his belt on the mound. Burke misses downstairs, 3-1. You would think that Coach DeGallier would like to use Naylor only if he absolutely has to. Burke leaves one in the zone. This one's hard out to right. It is off the top of the wall. Stevenson unable to play it cleanly. The throw comes in. It's a good one. Holding Goldstein to a double. Three hits on the night for Cade Goldstein. He leads off the top of the ninth inning with a two-bagger. Now Paul Vasquez digging into the right-hand batter's box. Infield shifted to the pull side for Vasquez. Reeser playing a deep part of short. Fouled off on the right side for strike one. Vasquez on the day is 2 for 4. A pair of singles, a pair of runs scored. The 0-1. Did he go around? Yes, he did, according to Brandon Lane. That moves the count to 0-2. Let's see if Burke can pick up his first strikeout as a member of the Yakima Valley Pippins. Still peering in for that sign. Pitch on the way, just a bit inside. Burke went with the breaking ball there to try and freeze Paul Vasquez. What does he come with on 1 and 2? Fastball, but it was fouled off and over towards the picnic deck. Brendan now 13 strikes to 12 balls. One, two with a runner at second. He takes off. The pitch is put in play out towards center field. It gets through. But by the time that the lead runner Goldstein realized it, he was still getting up from third base. Back-to-back hits for the Berries. Runners are at the corners. Langan Naylor again continuing to throw down in the Pippins bullpen. 7-run game here in Yakima. Burke misses downstairs with the fastball. Faced 5 batters in the 8th inning, but did not allow a run. Misses inside there. Looks like Brendan could possibly be running out of a little bit of gas. Control noticeably a little bit less here in the 9th inning as opposed to the 8th. That pitch skips across the apron. A run's going to come home. Burke with the wild pitch. Makes it now 10-2 here in the 9th. The count is 3-0 to Aukai Arujawayo. Burke sends it home. It's downstairs. Second walk issued by Brendan. Still nobody out. 2 are aboard. The dangerous Nick Holm coming up next. 2 RBI, 2 singles. He did strike out looking against Jabari Simon back in the 7th inning. Fouled off at the dish. Well, since I talked Nick Holm into getting his first hit back in the 4th inning, maybe I can talk him into hitting a triple play to get us out of the 9th. That pitch inside. Count evens at 1-1. You saw a little bit of a gust, and maybe we have a guest out there checking the cameras that's shaking our center field camera. Quick meeting by Porter. Burke trying to relocate the strike zone. It's 1-1. Pitch on the way. Brendan's still looking for that first strikeout. One-two pitch on the way. Popped up, foul into the seats. That one will one hop over and down towards the concourse. Under the lights here in Yakima. 8-run ball game, 10-2. The Berries in control. Another one fouled off towards the right. One more look around the West Coast League. A lot of games getting ready to wrap up. One final. Kamloops has defeated Wenatchee 6-3. 1-2 upstairs through the glove of Porter. Everybody moves up. That'll be 2nd and 3rd now with nobody out. Bottom of the 7th inning, Victoria leads Nanaimo 13-9. Bottom of the 9th inning, Ridgefield tied with Springfield, 4 apiece. That one might be headed to extras. 2-2, able to lay off was Holm, and the count runs full. Down in Bend, the Elks out to a commanding 14-4 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning over Walla Walla. Kelowna up 8-5 on the Bellingham Bells in the bottom of the 8th. As taking strike 3 is Nick Holm. There is the first strikeout for Brendan Burke as a member of the Yakima Valley Pippins. Back-to-back looking strikeouts for Holm. A little bit of frustration on his night. I should say frustration in the last couple innings. He does have 2 hits and a sacrifice fly. So now here's Ben Allen. First pitch, hacking, 0-1. Top of the 9th inning in Edmonton. The Port Angeles lefties have rebounded after a loss yesterday on Canada Day. They're up 16-7 on the Riverhawks. And the other game still going on. Bottom of the 7th inning in Walker Stadium, 6-0. Portland is currently leading Cowlitz. 0-1, just a bit too far out. Naylor continues to warm. The 1-1 dances outside. Two balls, one strike. That's down and in. First base is open. As Burke looking for the second out here in the inning. 3-1 ripped into left field. Both runs are going to score. It's 12-2. The throw goes to second, and a dead duck is Ben Allen trying to stretch a single into a double. 10-run lead for the Berries here in the 9th. Whether Allen did that intentionally or not, maybe he just thought that ball got closer to the corner. 2 outs. Score at 7-4 the putout. But give Allen 2 RBI. Now there's 2 away. And Anthony Cepeda. Right over the head of Brendan Burke and into center field. That one nearly took the dome off of the newest Pippins pitcher. Inning not over for Marion. Could be a scary feeling up there on the mound. Pitch nearly taking your cap off as Eddie Kribbe going to head out to the mound to have a chat with Brendan Burke. Brendan only needs 1 more out to work 2 innings. Let's take a look at that last play. Just about lost his cap. Coach Kribbe will depart, as will the rest of the infield. Probably a get me 1 more out type conversation. We're now in a 10-run ball game. 3 runs have scored in the inning. Jake Allen, the number 9 hitter in the order. Burke's first pitch just a bit out. Again, game 3 of this series will be tomorrow, 7:05 p.m. Fireworks to follow. The 1-0 drops in. Makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. And then the Pippins will hit the road for a 6-game trip with an off day in the middle. 1-1 downstairs. 3 games in Walla Walla for the 4th of July weekend. An off day here at home on Monday the 7th. 2-2 as the ball goes out of play. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, the Pippins will be down in Springfield taking on the Drifters. That is a longer trip for the Pippins. So that Monday off day will certainly be very nice. 2-2, down and away. Count now runs full. The runner at first, Cepeda, will get a head start. Pippins have those 3 down in Springfield, come home for the weekend against Bend. As the pitch gets to the backstop for ball 4, Porter will wrangle it in to prevent Cepeda from taking third. Those Springfield series, Pippins will come back home that night on Thursday the 10th for 3 games with the Bend Elks here at Yakima County Stadium, and then the All-Star break. Pitch inside to Danny Weidman. 7th trip to the plate for the Berries leadoff man. High and tight. 2-0. The bases were empty after 2 runners scored. And Ben Allen got thrown out trying to stretch a single into a double. Foul ball at the plate. In case you haven't heard, the All-Star game is back in Bellingham, where it was last year. July 16th. That is a Wednesday. Two one downstairs, makes it 3-1. That will be part of a 4-day off stretch for Yakima Valley. Not playing any non-leagues during the All-Star break. 3-1, skips in, that's ball 4, and Burke appears to be out of gas. Coach Kribbe going to ask for Langan Naylor to try and find one more out here in the 9th inning. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Langan Naylor's next on the bump for Yakima Valley. We'll be right back.
Legends Casino Hotel's Summer of Games rolls on with our Chariots of Cash drawings. Join us for the first 4 Thursdays in July. We are handing out over $16,000 each night. But hold on to your horses, because on July 31st, we're giving out cash and a new Ford truck. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. With a new 2025 Ford Maverick up for grabs, maybe we should have called it Maverick of Cash. No, Chariots of Cash is a better name, but that truck, definitely a better ride.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Langan Naylor on to pitch for Yakima Valley. Second time out on the bump. First time out. Came back. About a week ago, as Naylor will face Cody Kashimoto. Pitch upstairs for ball 1. The last time Naylor pitched was on June 22nd against the Walla Walla Sweets in that 19-7 loss. Misses upstairs with ball 2. Fired a scoreless inning, struck out 1, faced 4 batters. All of those pitches have missed upstairs so far, and if I had to guess, Kashimoto is not too keen to swing the bat right now. That one nearly clips him. 4-pitch walk by Naylor, drives home a run. Zapata crosses the plate for the second time today. That is the 4th run that will be attributed to Burke, as now the Berries have batted around for the second time. Swing and a miss by Cade Goldstein. (13-2) the score. The Pippins have 3 outs on offense to try and get something started for tomorrow's series finale. Upstairs, 2-1. Naylor just needs one more out. That one back up the middle. Reeser's going to take it to the bag himself, and that will end the frame in the 9th. 13-2 is the score. We go to the bottom of the inning. Pippins, 3 outs left.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Bottom of the ninth inning, Bonanno's still out there. Ethan Buckley is going to pinch hit for Jake Porter after getting the start yesterday. Buckley getting his hacks in on a Wednesday night. Buckley in yesterday's contest was 1 for 3 with a single. He was also hit by a pitch. Batting around .270 this season. The Berries got 4 runs in the top of the inning. Second time scoring 4 tonight. As Buckley takes strike 1. Stevenson appears to be getting ready for his scheduled at-bat next. Buckley fouls one at the dish. Makes the count 2-2. A dominant night on offense for the Berries. Two, high chop up the middle. Played by Kashimoto, on to first. Out number 1. Here comes Jared Stevenson. 1 for 1 today. Batting average going up as he's walked and been hit by a pitch as well. Jared trying to climb out from the 120 batting average he started the day at. Takes a pitch tight for ball 1. That one's downstairs for ball 2. Stevenson would gladly draw another walk. That would increase his on-base percentage. Takes strike 1 there. OBP coming into today, 290. Thanks to 5 walks to go along with those. Gage Reeser warming up in the on-deck circle, getting ready to hit in his regularly scheduled spot. Jared debuted with Yakima Valley in the regular season against Portland as he takes strike 3 on the outer corner there. 1 out left to get for the Berries. Gage has had a couple of hard hit balls over the last 2 days, but has been unable to really be rewarded for it. 1 for 4 with a run yesterday. He's 0 for 4 today, but a couple of hard-hit balls that have not fallen in for hits. The 2 runs and 5 hits for Yakima Valley have been pretty evenly spread. No one with more than 1. Racers ahead in the count, 2-0. Pippins just stuck in a little bit of mud right now on offense. Grounder over to third. This should do it. Couple hops on to first to end the ball game. Final score, Marion 13, Yakima Valley 2. Game wraps up at 9:42 p.m., 3 hours and 10 minutes after it starts. The Berries have taken the series here at the Orchard, the first time that they've done that in their franchise's history. Tomorrow should be a very special night, regardless of the outcome. Celebrate America Night is on deck. First pitch will be at 7:05 p.m. We'll have pregame at around 6:50. Postgame fireworks to follow. If you're coming out, come on out early. Bucket hats are on the line. The winning pitcher in this one will be Meek. After Brenneman went 4 2/3, did not qualify for the decision, so Meek will get that decision. Ethan Salscheider suffers his second loss of the season to move to 0-2. The Pippins losing streak now at 6 games. They are 7-19 on the season. The Berry has improved to 14-15 on the season, and they are now 2-0 in the second half. That'll wrap up our coverage of this contest. For all of us involved with the Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball Club, especially the broadcast, for Shay and Maddie sitting to my right, I'm Harmon Johnson signing off for now, saying stay safe, have a great night, and we will talk to you tomorrow for Celebrate America Night and Game 3 between the Pippins and the Berries. Final score again tonight, Marion 13, Yakima Valley 2. This has been Pippins Baseball.